Very good morning, everybody. Today, I'm going to discuss with you approaches of international business. Before proceeding towards to discuss different approaches of international business, I want to recap uh, once again what I have discussed in last period as far as international business paper are concerned. We have discussed last session uh, aspects like what is international business, what are the nature of international business, what are the reasons responsible for emergence of international business, and what are the benefits of international business, and what are the drawbacks of international business. These are the things we have discussed in last period. From this, it is obvious that international business is an economic activities that emerged beyond the national boundary. That is called as international business. International business plays a very dominant role in any economy, maybe developed economy or underdeveloped economy, since it is contributing a lot towards foreign exchange earning. Therefore, every country required to develop the international business and to earn from that the foreign exchange that help the country to tap the untapped resources or help the country to improve the different the sector as far as economic activities are the concern now. The first approach is ethnocentric approach. Uh, Ethnocentric approach is one of the important approach. Through this approach, we are able to understand exactly how does the domestic business become international business. How does domestic organization become an international organization? All of you might be aware the business organization, domestic business organization producing product for domestic purposes. Whatever product produced by the domestic business organization that is producing product for the purpose of meeting the domestic requirement of the people of society. Uh, the organization has no any intention to sell the product behind the national boundary. By using the resources of particular country, by using resources of particular nation, the organization producing the product and services to attain the requirement of domestic people. So business organization, the intention is should not go behind uh, national boundary. First priority is what? First attend the requirement of the domestic people. Then any the excess things are left. After meeting the requirement of the domestic people, any excess things are left. The organization is thinking to export the goods and the services. This type of things has been with us since civilization. All of you might be aware. Uh, since civilization, the people having the exchanging their things. Whenever they have excess things, they are exchanging with other things. So this is that is called as barter system. But earlier we had barter system because of many reasons. The international business is not new to us. It was with us, but in the different form. Whatever it is, what I'm going to tell here, according to ethnocentric approach, the business organization is producing product for their domestic purposes, and whatever the products left, no, that is they exporting to other countries with the help of middlemen or with the help of agents or even the organization having own separate the unit as per as exporting of goods and services are the concern now. And business strategies are formulating on the basis of domestic environment or local environment. This approach arguing that the whatever business strategies to be formulated by the domestic business organization as far as performing different business activities are concerned, that is considering the domestic environment. And production are concerned, considering domestic environment. Marketing are concerned, considering domestic environment. Financial strategies are concerned, considering domestic environment. Manpower management are concerned, considering domestic environment. And also, whatever the plan of action or whatever policies are to be formulated by the business organization as far as exporting are concerned, or even as far as carry out the different activities of business organization are concerned, that is considered domestic environment. Because environment, no, the environment, business environment directly or indirectly influencing on business strategies, since any the environment changes, that may be opportunity or threat to the business organization. Therefore, business environment is a base for actions, base for activities, base for the policies are. And this approach formulating business strategies based on considering domestic business environment. And as far as operations or activities of business organization are concerned, the organization recruiting manpower from home country. I mean, the organization using local resources, organization not bringing people from other country. Only the organization is using the local resources and local talents and performing the different manpower related activities or other the business functions. And marketing strategies are developed by considering domestic environment. This approach, no, this approach find that the whatever marketing strategies to be having as far as the organization are concerned, that strategy is purely based on domestic environment. Since the marketing is very important activities as far as business are concerned. Without marketing, there is no revenue or there is no profit, because marketing is the way through which the organization is able to sell their goods and services. For this, appropriate strategies are required. For this, appropriate management is required at different level. So the organization is formulating marketing strategies according to this approach by considering the domestic environment, maybe domestic legal environment, cultural environment, economic environment, and even the level of income of people of society, taste, preference, and lifestyle. Uh, these are the things taken into account by the business organization as far as marketing of goods and services are concerned, and exporting of excess product to foreign country. So this approach argued that the whatever the product left after meeting the requirement of domestic country or domestic purposes, the organization is thinking to export the goods and services. Of course, this is very essential since organization emerged with the intention of to make the profit, and for producing product or for producing services are concerned, organization required to spend huge money. So whatever product is left, that should be sell. Where opportunities are there, the organization is thinking to sell according to this approach. I mean, whenever the domestic product have demand in the foreign market, the organization is exporting that product to the foreign country. From that, the organization is earning the profit. This is the way to expand their economic activities beyond the national boundaries. This type of things we have with us since many years because this is not require any additional investment to go behind the national boundary because whatever it is not require any additional resources like manpower, machinery, or even other resources. But whatever resources we have from that organization is producing product by using the natural resources or resources of a home country. Whatever excess left, no, that is selling in other countries. This is helping the organization to add it something to the revenue of the organization, or it is strengthening the ability of the organization. So this is the way to become internationalization by any business organization. And this is the first stage of internationalization because once organization they export their goods, no? Suppose there is a demand in the foreign country, of course it educating the organization or organization authority the what type of product is liking and why liking, and how much the product is possible to sell in foreign country and how much should we earn like that. These are the things that yeah, having the organization, once organization having the opportunity, or once organization exporting their goods and services to other countries. And as far as this approach are concerned, international market is a secondary market for selling of goods and services. At the beginning, I said, according to this approach, business organization undertaking the economic activities for domestic purpose, and whatever the left, then only the organization is thinking exporting goods and services. But without meeting the requirement of the domestic purposes, the organization not thinking, or organization not going behind national boundary. Simply, the organization producing product to meet the domestic purposes. So, suppose the excess product is left, that is no selling in other countries. Therefore, according to this approach, international market is a secondary market as far as marketing of goods and services are the concern now. And as far as organizational structure of this approach, I mean ethnocentric approach is concerned, managing director is the head. Under this different the functions, I mean different activities organization is undertaking like production function, marketing function, HR function, and other function, and each the functions that having heads like production manager, um, marketing manager, human resource manager, finance manager, and R&D manager. The further, as far as this approach is concerned, managing director can be classified uh, like, and again, the managers under this, no, managers can be classified on the basis of region, like manager for South region, manager for North region, manager for East region, manager for West region, and also one more the position the organization creating as far as to go behind the national boundaries are concerned. Whenever the products are excess after meeting the requirement of the domestic purpose, that is manager for export. So through this, no, the organization is exporting the goods and services to other country by taking the help of middlemen or agents. I hope all of you clear about ethnocentric approach. Ethnocentric approach is one of the important approach. This approach educating us how does business become international, how does domestic business become international business. According to this, the organization producing the product for their domestic purposes, and whatever product left that is selling behind the national boundary, with the help of what? With the help of middlemen or with the help of agents. That type of approach is said to be called as ethnocentric approach. And second approach is polycentric approach. Polycentric approach also arguing on their own way as far as international business are concerned. Along with domestic business, organization establishing their subsidiary in other countries. As far as ethnocentric approach are concerned, business organization going behind national boundary whenever they having excess product. But in case of polycentric approach, the organization undertaking domestic business activities. Along with that, the organization is establishing their subsidiary in other countries for production or for marketing or even for carry over the different economic activities with the intention is to make the profit. As far as that, I mean, the executive positions appointing from parent organization and other positions appointing from host country. As far as subsidiary, the functions are concerned. Since subsidiary working in other country, and that also required to carry out different functions. To carry out different functions are concerned, that subsidiary require manpower and some other things are. So the organization, according to this approach, the manpower or executives are executive positions are appointing from parent organization, and the other positions appointing from the host country. So from this, it is very clear that important position recruited by organization from parent organization, I mean parent country, and the remaining position picked from the host country. The probably the reason maybe as far as this is concerned to control over the subsidiary, because suppose subsidiary not having the control by the parent organization, sometime organization failing to make the profit like that. And decentralizing the organizational activity and delegation power. According to this approach, the organization decentralizing the organization activities and the power. Because whenever organization having subsidiary in other countries, suppose organization not adopt decentralization strategies, sometimes organization fail to utilize the whatever opportunities actually having in other countries. So polycentric approach is arguing that the organization should be uh, delegate the power to the subsidiary as far as taking decisions are concerned, since the business environment of other country is not matched with the parent organization. Our host country business environment not match with parent organization, because by considering the environment of particular country, suppose we design the strategy and design the plan of action as far as to carry out different business functions are concerned. Of course, that is really helping the country to make the, I mean, that is really helping the business organization to remain with the particular economic activities. So, executive of the subsidiary and further, the executives of the subsidiary formulating the policies and strategies for selling product in foreign market. I said the executive positions uh, recruiting according to this approach from the parent organization, and the executives are the role player as far as formulating strategies for different activities are concerned. By I mean here no, the subordinates are helping the executives. Subordinate are giving the information as well as the product are concerned, nature of the I mean the demand of the product are concerned, that environment are concerned. By considering this, the executives are the authorities uh, having the power to design the business strategies or design the business the policies are. But that host country employees, I mean, those who have that having the employment in that subsidiary organization from the host country, no, they are not taking much and active role as far as formulations of the business strategies are concerned. I mean, the executive subsidiary executives are the uh, role player and designer of the different business the policies are, and recruiting manpower from I mean, what I'm going to tell here. Uh, Already I said the most of the executive positions picked from the host country, and remaining positions picked from the subsidiary. I mean, on the host country. Yeah. So, and further, marketing strategies are developed by considering environment of particular country. Yeah. But according to policy-centric approach, the business organization required to design the marketing strategy by considering the host country environment. Since the organization is working in host country, suppose not that having the concern. I suppose the organization not considered local environment as far as designing the marketing strategies are concerned, productions of product are concerned, and suppose not consider the belief of the host country consumers are concerned, or political environment are concerned, technological environment are concerned, and other the environment are concerned. Is it helping the organization to sell the product? That is not helping the organization to sell the product, because the whatever product to be that are utilized by the any consumer or individual, the purely based on their nature and beliefs of the consumer, and level of income of the consumer, taste of the consumer, preference of the consumer, and even some traditions, values, also directly or indirectly influencing them to use the product or buy the product. So this approach argued that whatever strategy, marketing strategy to be formulated by the subsidiary or organization should develop on the basis of host country, the environment. And from this, it is very clear that host country condition is the base for business decisions, or the expansion of business or productions of product like that. And next is organization structure of polycentric approach. I mean, what are the positions actually the organization require as far as polycentric approach are concerned to carry out different activities. Here also managing director is the boss, and chief executive officer uh, forward for subsidiary, chief executive officer for subsidiary organization, and remaining activities like production activity, marketing activity, human resource management activity, or finance activity like that. But even in case of subsidiary also, the different activities like production, marketing, HR, and head is what chief executive officer. But the overall control, I mean, managing director is the authority, directly or indirectly, controlling the even subsidiary operations also, because chief executive officer is the looking. I mean, chief executive officer look after the affairs of the subsidiary, and whenever important decisions to be required to taken by the subsidiary, no, subsidiaries having that communication with managing director or parent organization, and taking the decision. From this, it is very clear that polycentric approach is one of the important approach. It argued that the business organization going behind national boundary by establishing their own unit instead of producing product for domestic purpose only. Here, especially the unit are special. I mean, the organization expanding their business by establishing their own unit in subsidiary and selling their products and services uh, in other countries. This type of strategies are called as polycentric approach. And next is regiocentric approach. Regiocentric approach is another important approach. This approach also arguing on their own way as far as international business are concerned. So, according to this approach, no, operating, polycentric, according to polycentric approach, the organization establishing their subsidiary in other country. This is helping the parent organization to understand exactly the uh, strength of business and weakness of business, or the opportunities of business and threats of business. So the polycentric, regiocentric approach, no, arguing uh, operating successfully in foreign country. The by establishing subsidiary organization, the organization operating successfully, and next is thinking to expand their business to neighboring countries. Regiocentric approach pointed out that uh, the once organization established their subsidiaries in foreign countries, the organization are having a lot of knowledge about the foreign operation, and also organization having clear cut information whether opportunities are there, if there what type of opportunities are there, and whether raw material is there or not there, if there whether it is helping organization or not to produce more product, and whether it is helping organization or not to expand business again to neighboring countries. To for that establishing the different department, and to operating the different business activities in other country. So like this, because as you know very well, whenever the organization having uh, favorable condition, of course, organization is thinking to go behind a national boundary again and again. Expanding their business according to their convenience, or according to their, how, what I'm going to tell here, because whenever organization having the profit or that financial strength, the organization is thinking to expand their business to different the countries. So, foreign subsidiary, as far as this approach is concerned, foreign subsidiary consider regional. The foreign subsidiary consider regionality for policy formulation and strategy. Already I said, uh, regiocentric approach arguing that once organization settled in foreign country as a subsidiary, that subsidiary is thinking to expand the business uh, in other countries. So whatever the expansion taken place in a particular business organizations, no, the organization considering uh, regionality. The domestic environment as far as policy formulations are concerned. Already I said uh, the whatever policies to be formulated as far as regiocentric approach are concerned, that is considering domestic environment and taste and preparation of them in which in area in which country the organization is uh, that carry out the economic activities, selling their goods and services. That country environment should be taken into account and design the uh, policies are. So it views further. It views different. It views different reasons as a different place for marketing. The regiocentric approach argued that the business organization going behind more and more as far as economic activities are concerned. It is expanding their business in different the countries are different the countries, and it makes more or less the same product with different marketing strategies. Uh, According to this approach, no, the organization marketing their goods and services with the same product and with same strategy, and with whatever resources the organization having, by using that, the organization is thinking to sell their product behind the national boundaries are. And as far as regio-centric approach are concerned, the organization recruiting manpower from globe. As far as this is concerned, no, the organization is recruiting manpower from host country as well as even other countries are. Because the intention is what? Intention is to run the enterprise on profitable basis, and intention is to make the profit like that. So recruiting manpower from host country as well as other countries. However, the organizing structure of regio-centric approach is what? Organization, I mean, here also managing director is the boss, chief executive officer per subsidiary, and subsidiary organization is expanding different activities in other countries or neighboring countries. The marketing activities also expanding, and HR activities also maybe having in other countries, and even R&D activities also undertaking. The intention is to make the profit or to expand the business. I hope all of you clear as far as the regio-centric approach is concerned. Once again, I want to recap what is regio-centric approach. A regio-centric approach is one of the most important approach. This approach helping us to understand how does business organization is going behind or expanding their business beyond national boundaries. Once any organization settled by establishing their own subsidiary in other country, the from that organization is able to earn profit. And whenever organization having favorable condition as far as earning profit are concerned, the subsidiary organization is thinking to expand their business to other countries, maybe opening their branches, or maybe expanding their activities through marketing or through selling their goods and services through middlemen. Okay, like that. This type of that business are called as this type of that this type of activities are called as expansion activities of the parent organization. And generally, the MNCs are expanding their business like this. So this is another stages of going behind the national boundary. I hope all of you the clear about regiocentric approach. Next is geocentric approach. Geocentric approach also another approach. This also argue on their own way as far as international business are concerned. According to this, the entire world is just like single country or company. I mean business organization or business activities. We are in the era of globalization. The globalization is a environment in which the whole world is a small place for selling the product or undertaking the economic activities. This is arguing by considering the globalization. But according to this approach, the business community consider the whole world is a small place, or whole world is a one minute as far as the economic activities are the concern. So after establishing their subsidiary in other countries and expanding their business from subsidiary countries, a subsidiary organization. Next is organization is thinking to expand their business in different countries. That type of the activities or that type of organization are called as multinational organization. Multinational organization, nothing but what it is a that organization. Its headquarter is one place and its branches in different places of different countries. That type of organization are called as MNCs. So geocentric approach pointed out that the whole world is a place for business. There is no specific country X, Y, Z like that, like that. And the recruiting of, according to this approach, manpower is recruiting from whole globe, and the organization is picking qualified employees from any country, irrespective of race, irrespective of nationality. Only intention is what to rational to perform the business activities to make the profit like that, and coordinate the activities of the subsidiary from headquarter. I mean, here also, the parent or an organization is having the relation with subsidiary or subsidiary unit, and from headquarter, it's important decisions to be taken by the organization. Even whenever any organization become more globalized, maybe it is that policies of that parent organization, maybe MNCs. Maybe, sometime some activities may be decentralizing, some activities may be centralizing, like that. And uh, geocentric approach arguing that the organization is expanding uh, units like subsidiary one in X country, subsidiary two in Y country, subsidiary three in Z country. Okay, like that. So, and again, each subsidiary having own separate unit, separate existence as far as performing all activities are concerned. From this, it is very obvious that the organization is producing product by considering respect to country, environment, respect to country, the resources. I mean, resources are very, very important. For example, so every country having uniqueness as far as their strength are concerned. Now, by considering that, the organization is establishing their own uh, business activities and making the profit. I hope all of you clear. Once again, I want to recap what so far as I have discussed. Uh, the approaches of international business. These are the approaches that are giving an own way as far as how does domestic business become internationalizing, or how does domestic business become international business. What are the steps actually the organization is that taking as far as to become global business organization. A first organization, the producing product for domestic purpose, whatever things left that exporting. Next is what establishing their own subsidiary in other countries and carry out the economic activity from that subsidiary. Then once subsidiary is settled in other countries, the subsidiary is thinking to establish their own units in a neighboring country. Uh, there may be a marketing department, production department, and from that place, organization is operating different economic activities. Then last is what establishing their own economic activity all over the world, or some many countries in the world, like that. This type of things involved in to become a globalized business organization, or this type of activities required to undertaken by the business organization as far as to internationalization of the business. I hope all of you clear what I have discussed so far as. Thank you.